They did, as a celebration after practice. They had such a great day that we had campfire songs and s'mores.
But they did sing for you, did they not?
They did sing for me today.
What did they sing for you?
They sang happy birthday. So today is my birthday, and I don't get a chance to celebrate it much in my business because it moves so quickly. But it was nice. It was nice to share a light moment with the team. Thanks for asking.
How did Everett practice this week?
I really liked the way he practiced. Confident, moving, running around, throwing the ball with authority, and again, we're probably all at that stage of, okay, when's it going to happen, really? When's it all going to come together? I think we're all, waiting, and it's going to. It hasn't yet, but he's starting to put together multiple practices in a row where, I leave practice and go, boy, when this thing comes together, it's going to be pretty exciting.
Did he have any physical setbacks this week?
None at all. For the first time in a few weeks. It was, shoulder 1 week, then it was toe, and then it was concussion, and all of those things. As I look back on it, it was the right thing to do to really give him that week to kind of get over the hump. And he was out there running around doing the things that he needs to do at the position.
You talked about earlier this week how these are the games you come to Notre Dame for, both as a coach and as a player. There have been some ambivalence sometimes from past coaches about how to approach it with the players on this. Do you weigh them down with how these are the games that have made Notre Dame what it is, or do you kind of steer away from it and let their own actions speak?
Today kids, with the availability of media and the transparency of the information that's out there about it, it's being talked about, they hear enough of it. So I don't have to go around and talk about it. What I really try to do is keep them focused on what I believe they need to do to be a better football team. So I don't need to go in and say, well, do you know about this game and what the significance of it is? They know it. They're 7-0. They knew it. Earlier in the year, I talked about the Miami game because of the significance and the historical significance of it. It was early in the season. They really didn't know a lot about what happened back in the 80s. So we talked about it. But this one doesn't need me to talk about it. All I focused on, our coaches all week, is getting better as a football team.
Brian, talking to the players yesterday, they said watching tape of Kansas State, they saw a lot of similarities defensively, not necessarily in what you like to do schematically, but the attitude that Kansas State played with. How do you see similarities? How relevant do you think that might be this weekend?
It'll be relevant only if the game's in the balance. They've extended the last few weeks, so they've gotten away from their opponents. Kansas State kept the ball away from them, kept the game close, got it in the fourth quarter, and found a way to win. We'll have to have a similar game plan in that sense, is that we're going to have to obviously do what we need to do offensively, defensively, and special teams, and get this thing late into the second half. If we do that, there'll be a lot of similarities in terms of what Kansas State did and what we want to do.
Do you think